What's your weirdest private habit that you hope no one ever finds out about? Randomly yelping when memories that make me anxious resurface. I shake my head really hard like I'm trying to shake it loose. I've gotten weird looks. Sometimes when I'm having a really hard day, I'll pretend my dishes or my laundry are sentient little creatures who are excited to see me. They also need my help because they're scared or lost or dirty. I give them their little baths and tell them that they're brave and then tuck them back into their homes. They're very thankful to me and excited to be back in their safe places, all clean with their friends. It helps motivate me to keep my apartment clean when I'm dealing with the apathy of chronic depression. This could be the motivation I seek. Thanks for the good ideas. I put my towel between my butt cheeks and walk around while I'm drying off. My husband recently caught me. I do it too. Feels like the best way to completely dry the crack. I sing stupid little songs I make up to my fish and cats when I get home. One time, I thought my husband wasn't home yet, serenaded my darlings, and then heard laughter coming from another room. I do the same thing with my cats. I have some songs I sing to them every day, but I also make up new songs most days that I only sing one time. Sometimes I take all the stuff off of my refrigerator and sit on top of it just to look at my home from a different view. It's quite nice, but I don't think people will get it if I was caught doing it. Edit. Thank you everyone for the karma. I didn't know sitting on a refrigerator was such an unusual thing. You were definitely a cat in another lifetime. I sleep with a stuffed teddy bear. My dad gave it to me for Valentine's Day a year before he passed. I've had this bear for almost 26 years. His name is Mr. Velvety. Only my husband knows I still sleep with it. I sleep with a blanket I got when I was born. Has to be under my head. I'm 38. It's just like a piece of flimsy and tore up material now, but I still just have to have it. A tiny pause. I still have a challenge from last month for 100 subscribers. Please help me complete it. It really helps me grow, and the content will be even better. And you can also like the video. Yes, I'm being a little cheeky. I like hanging out in the closet, literally. When I was a kid, the closet was my safe space. I'd hide in there to get away from my siblings or my parents, or whenever I just needed alone time. There was a small light in there that I could turn on and use to read books under, so sometimes I'd spend hours in there. When I went off to college, whenever the closet size would allow for it, I'd try to jerry-rig a small study station in there by fitting a small desk and some lighting in there. After I graduated, I would sleep in my apartment's walk-in closet because one of my first jobs was a night shift position, and it was the quietest and darkest place I could find to sleep during the day. My bedroom's blinds didn't block out enough light, and there wasn't an easy way to add blackout curtains. Not to mention, the window faced the street, so it was pretty noisy, while the closet was more interiorly located, so it was more muted inside. Even nowadays, our current place has this nook that's the size of a small walk-in closet, and I'll sometimes bring out my camping gear and just sleep on the floor there. My SO finds it really strange, but it's just weirdly comforting. Edit. Really didn't expect my comment would resonate with so many people. It's nice to see I'm not the only one that finds a closet to be a cozy and closed space. And thank you for the award. I also love closets, or cozy enclosed spaces really. My last apartment had a nook under the stairs that was just big enough for me and some squishy pillows. I hung out there often enough that my husband made me a cushioned little bench so I'd be more comfortable. I took so many naps in there, played video games, read. I miss it. Whenever I go to the bathroom, I always make silly faces in the mirror while washing my hands and before I leave. Every single time. It's not often you get to see what you look like with your face all contorted. Do you ever do this at night when it's dark and freak yourself out? I do. Haha, no, but I love that. The absolute mind-boggling level to which I talk to myself or narrate things out loud, even having full-blown conversations about made-up scenarios and events that haven't transpired, all because my imagination runs rampant like a runaway train. Oh my God, literally this. I talk to myself so much and you'd literally think I'm on the phone. I practice potential conversations, even arguments and venting. I've let out a lot of angry and sad emotions in my private rantings. I'd be mortified if someone caught me. One time someone did, and yep, mortified. I sleep rocking myself. No rock per se. I do a vibration with my feet until I fall asleep.
I used to do this until I got a cat who felt this was a hunting opportunity. Something moving under the sheets must bite it. This actually is a technique that activates your parasympathetic nervous system and regulates you.
I have 2 cats, and I have constant ongoing conversations with them out loud. Each has his own different voice so that it's clear who is saying what, and over the years a storyline has developed over time, so there's pretty deep lore at this point. It's all just me entertaining myself by saying silly crap in high-pitched voices, but taking that at context, it sounds like I'm definitely losing my mind. For instance, currently my Void is trying to get me to buy him a gun for Xmas, but my Tuxedo has strong feelings about gun safety, and they're arguing about whether or not the Void is too young to handle this level of responsibility. If anyone walked in on this, I need to jump out the window and go live with the squirrels. My whole family does voices for my cats and what they would hypothetically reply. We also have a made-up title that they call us, a blend of aunt/mom or uncle/dad. From a blend of 2 languages, it's so funny because more often than not, the cats are cussing us out. I read obituaries and then search for the people on social media to see what their lives were like. Edit, oh, this post said habit, not hobby. I went to high school with a guy that would read the obituaries and then cross the names out in the phone book. Nose picker. I like a clean and unobstructed airway. There are 2 types of people in this world, people who admit to picking their noses and liars. I guarantee you that Moses was a picker. You wander through the desert for 40 years with that dry air, you tell me you're not going to have occasion to clean house a little bit? In high school, I spent a month on a youth choir tour living in hotels with other teens that I had met only a week before. I was floored when a roommate casually pulled out a tissue and went to town, clearing out both nostrils in front of us with no hesitation, then washed her hands and said, "Whew, much better." I had been doing this for years behind closed doors like a secret shameful addiction, and it turned out to be something that other people just did. Before I get into bed, I clean off my feet by kneeling on the edge on all 4s and slapping them together forcefully to get rid of any dust that might have accumulated. It looks like a fly rubbing its hands. I can't enter the bed before doing that. Edit, to the person in my DMs asking me to send a video of me dusting off my feet, go play in a microwave. Try a small rug or a bath mat that's easily washed next to your bed. It really helps keep the small bits out of your bed. Even with the Roomba, my feet pick up small pieces on the hardwood floor. I eat dry ramen straight out of the package every day, without seasoning. I like why. Part of it is that it's an easy and cheap way to get calories in myself. I like the crunch. I've even started to like the way it tastes. At this point, it feels like a compulsion, and I've gotten weird and specific about the type, the brand, the way I eat it, and the way it feels from outside the package. How flaky, how dry and crisp. Let me tell you, I'm a fucking weirdo. There are actually brands of ramen that you season with the packet and eat dry. It's so good, but even plain, I can understand the crunch. When my earlobes are cold from being outside, I'll fold them into my ear canal and hold them there. I don't know, it's that cold feeling inside a warm ear that appeals to me. My GF asked why I did it one time and I couldn't quite explain it. I pluck my pubes with a tweezer. I've been doing this for 45 years, very satisfying when you pull the root out. I think I have very little hair left as a result. Same, it takes so fucking long, but it's like the only way my skin reacts to hair removal there. Talking to myself full on like it's a podcast. I'll pace around the room and have fake conversations or arguments in my head. It's therapy at this point. I have scheduled cry times, bottle in all my emotions throughout the day, and after my kid goes to bed, I just sit in the shower and cry. After the loss of my younger sister and father 4 months apart, my therapist suggested scheduling times to cry or grieve or just feel all the feels. It didn't have to be a strict schedule. It was really very helpful. In the past 6 months, Amazon has shifted to brown paper packaging material. Not quite as thick as a grocery bag, but they tear it off of big rolls, crumble it up, and put it in the boxes along with your Amazon stuff. I have gotten into the habit of rolling it back into tight rolls, trimming off the jagged edges, taping and storing them neatly like scrolls in a large box. Not every order is packed in a box, but I get excited when it is, and I often enroll the paper before I even reach for the thing I ordered. It's a shocking eye-opener how much I order from Amazon now, looking at my collection from my weird habit. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give me your precious likes. I really appreciate them. Subscribe and write what's your weirdest private habit that you hope no one ever finds out about in comments. Talk to you soon.